Yeah, they had to fight for it, but a good win from Michael Carrick in Manchester United. How has he turned things around so quickly?
I mean, bringing maybe happiness back to the training ground. I mean, I was a big Ruben fan, so I'm not going to sit here and say, you know, when he got the job, I know all Manchester United fans, most, like 90% of us, were optimistic. We were like, this is the man. Regardless of tactics, playing a back three and all that, whatever Carrick has done, to me, in the space of 3 days when he got in there, Tom, right, I think the players have to look at themselves as well, because I've said this so many times. I played for so many managers. I didn't like the tactics, I didn't like the style of play, but you have to do your job. I'm talking the basics, like run, you know, put yourself about for the fans. What Michael Carrick has done in the space of 3 games, Ruben Amorim, it took him 1 year to win 3 games in a row. That bloke's nearly about to get his hair cut. You know what I mean?
I was going to ask you,
like,
what's he going to do?
Imagine we'll get to 4 games in it. But, like, all jokes aside, but, like, I know a lot of the ex-Man United players are always outspoken about this, right, about who should take over. I'm a big, like, keep him in, genuinely. I don't think it feels the same as when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer took over. Remember on the last time I was on with you a couple of weeks ago and I was saying, oh, we'll get Ancelotti, he's just signed a new deal anyway. Let's get Emery, let's get all these managers. And I'm like, I need a word with myself because maybe this is where we're at. If this works for what we have at this moment in time and he's getting the best out of the players individually, I don't want to take that risk of getting in a Tuchel in at the end of the season that everyone's talking about and then we go back to square one. Who's to say that Thomas Tuchel comes in or Pochettino comes in or Emery comes in or Glasner comes in and it's going to be good.
You end up in Carrick again next January.
Exactly. Like, we can't keep doing this. So I just think, like, everyone, like, you know, Roy Keane, all that, saying, oh, he can't keep the job. Like, to me, if he continues in this way, like, someone made a good point to me the other day. Like, Ruben hasn't even done a statement about anything since he's left, thanking the fans. Now, I know it's all token gestures, and I hate it when players go on socials after a game. We're unlucky today, boys. No, you lost the game. I don't want to see a picture of you with your head in your hands. Do you know what I mean? Like, but what he's done so far, Michael Carrick, he's brought the love back, Steve Holland as well, Johnny Evans, Jonathan Woodgate. You know, whatever they're doing, Tom, it's working. And at the weekend against Fulham, that was a massive test because everyone's always saying, oh, you know, we beat the good teams and against the poor teams, we slip up. Almost slipped up, didn't we? But what I'm seeing so far, Cunha is not happy being on the bench, but look at him. He's loving football. Sesko's coming off the bench, making an impact. So whatever Michael Carrick has done and those people have done at the club, at this moment in time, they brought the love back. So people might think I'm crazy sitting here saying keep him in the job. I feel that way, Tom. I feel that way because, like I said, at least he's proven that he's brought the love back to Manchester United. And if we make the top 4...
Well, let's see what fans think, actually. I mean, by the way, get your voice notes in on this, by the way, and your messages on the future of Michael Carrick. Let's speak to James MacDonald now. James, I'm going to ask you the same question every week. Should Michael Carrick get the job on a permanent basis?
Yeah, I mean, he's making an absolutely amazing claim to get it, isn't he? I mean, them results he's picked up so far, we've looked like a different team. And as long as it carries on like this, why wouldn't you give him the job? Well,
I'm going to ask you about this. We've got quite an interesting graphic here on the Finalysis app. You can rate player performances, as you well know. OK, now have a look at this. Look at the upturn in the last 3 games since Carrick has been in charge. So against Burnley, 55, then 46 against Brighton, then 84, 77, 86. That's fans rating his performance. Look how much he's changed since Carrick's come in.
Yeah, it's not just him, it's the whole team. We've all elevated. Everyone's looking better, everyone's looking refreshed, everyone's looking like they're enjoying football. And I'm not going to lie, the fans are too. It's reflecting in the Finalysis. I mean, I was speaking to another Finalysis the other day and he was rating players zeros in the Brighton game. So, yeah, long may it continue. Let's get them numbers up.
Zero's a bit harsh. Would you keep Casemiro now?
It's a difficult one because you've got to take into account his age, but look at his intelligence on the ball, on the pitch. He just spots things that other players don't. Look at that no-look Zoolander face there as he's passing the blue steel. But yeah, that kind of intelligence is rare to find in football. And if he is going, there's going to be some big shoes that need filling.
But talking of those numbers, Tom, on the Finalysis app, biggest common denominator here, Kobbie Mainoo's come back into the team as well. Yeah. And you can't underestimate, like, how hard it is when you're not playing, right, to come back in and to be able to play 90 minutes games against those Man City and Arsenal and to perform to those levels. Like, it's no coincidence to me that Man United look more balanced now, don't we, James?
Absolutely, and I think as well, not to take the shine off what Mainoo's been doing, but I think Casemiro's got to take a lot of credit for it because them two are working really well to each other, and having that experience next to a young guy like Mainoo's only going to get the most out of him, really, isn't it?
Yeah, so Mainoo's back in the side. Marcus Rashford's still out in Barcelona. He wants that deal to be made permanent. Would you want him back?
Listen, it would be an absolute fairy tale for him to come back to United, come pick up some trophies, but it's just not realistic. I think unfortunately, his story's kind of done at United. Unfortunately, I mean, came back, I'm sure the fans would support him and get behind him a bit, but I just feel like it's time to move on in terms of Rashford and just look at the future and the new era of United.
What do you think, Leanne, on Rashford?
I agree with that. I mean, yeah, I think the Man United fans have been very patient with Marcus Rashford over the years. You know, I think they do back him, because he's one of our own. But I think, I think that ship has sailed. I think that you know, wish him all the best of luck at Barca. But if he came back, James, I feel like it would not be a backward... But this is a guy that probably might go to the World Cup and play for England. So, on one hand, it's like, what?
Yeah. Well, I'm absolutely. I think as well, if he came back, I don't think there's... And he's one of them rare United players who's left in recent years who no one's really got any ill will towards him. It's not like a Garnacho coming back or a Sancho stuff. People want... United fans that I speak to want the best for Rashford. And if the best for him is at Barcelona, then more power to him. But I just don't see a future where he plays for United. But again, what a fairy tale it would be if he came back and we started winning trophies.
Looking ahead, along with Chelsea, Manchester United, the only team to have won their last 3 league games. There's 8 points separating Manchester City in 2nd and Liverpool in 6th. So where will you finish? And are you now expecting?
You're saying we're going to win the league?
Yeah.
Are you saying you're going to win the league?
No, I think obviously all season I've been saying 5th is where we're going to get, but I think the way the season's panned out, no team has showed that consistency apart from Arsenal. So a few little results go our way. Our next 5 games are quite kind to United. Who's to say if we put a run together, that lad gets a mohawk, we climb up the table. Today we can't get 2nd.
Yeah, we just had a message there saying Manchester United will finish 2nd. Mark my words. OK, James, thank you.
Thanks, James.